Let's talk about mental health, okay? What I'm about to talk to you about mental health in adults is to help you make a decision if you need to see a physician or you need to take care of your body more or you need to cleanse your body. All right, let's get into it. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? I'm just going to be flat out real with you. Check this out. A lot of us are not going to admit that our household came from people in our family that was always wilding out. They over disciplined us without redirection, without love. Some people said we needed it, but we actually didn't. It caused us mental health later on. Some of us are people that do not even go back around our family because of us that have mental health issues now, but our family is not going to admit they have mental issues. There's conversations that we have had as adults with other adults, and we've sit there and said, okay, now I don't know why I keep getting these type of people in my life, or why I'm always saving people with this type of mentality. And I'm gonna tell you something. There is a consequence of not taking care of your mental health. You're not taking care of your room, yourself, the way you dress, the way you speak to people, the way you treat people, the way your brain overthinks, the way that you see things through your eyes, and you have to go and get two or three other people to let you know if that's right or wrong. When you do not know what's right and wrong as an adult, that is a sign of mental health issues. I'm serious. Because you cannot tell a group of people how to do right and wrong, and then you go home and can't figure it out yourself. You understand? The environment you work in is a lot of gossip. Are you always catching yourself in the middle of the gossip or laughing at it or trying to perform for people to make yourself look like you are the greatest one there? Or you're part of the in crowd there and you're grown. You're an adult. If you're doing that at your great big age, that's a sign you truly have mental health. If you can't have your own individual personality, and you have to copy other people's personality to be part of a group, you are struggling with your mental health. If you're in the middle of a prayer and you've got to stop, drop, shut it down, and go call somebody else to help you pray, that's a sign of mental health issues, because you are either crashing out, you don't know what to do, you don't trust your own self, and you don't feel like you get a prayer through, and you don't feel like you are great enough to be who you are as an individual. That is a sign of mental health. I do not care how much you try to tell yourself you are not triggered by the stuff that is happening in your life. Going to go purchase stuff in the middle of the night to heal yourself, to calm yourself down, is a sign. It's a sign that you are not happy with what you're doing in life. And if you're constantly doing it every weekend, nothing new, but the exact same thing every time you get home. If you haven't had peace, even on your job, even when you're talking to your significant other, right when you get ready to say something, you're already shutting down, or they're shutting down, or when they get ready to say something, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to convey or have a conversation with them. Your fears of what people say is a sign of mental health. If you cannot put on clothes and feel confident in yourself, and you're upset with yourself, and you're not just saying, I'm glad that I have something to put on, that is a sign. That is a sign. And it's constantly going every day. If you're a person that overthinks to the point you get a headache, and the only way you know how to get rid of that overthinking is to find something to shut down your thinking. But you get up the next day and it comes right back. Let me tell you something. That is a sign. You need to go find someone to help you arrange healing for your brain. I'm going to tell you another one. Have you ever just sit there and try to read a book and can't get it all the way through? You can't get it all the way through. You know why? Because anything in that book that trigger you, you're putting it down. That's a sign. It could be anything from you being neurodivergent or depressed. If you get up every morning and yell at your significant other, your children, you rolling your eyes at every little thing they do, you're calling them stupid, dumb, ignorant. If you go around your friends and talk about them behind their back, that means you cannot approach them and talk about them to their face. That means you are not bold enough to stand up and make a decision when you need to leave somebody alone. If you like being around somebody that drags you through the mud and you can't go to sleep without having an argument, if you cannot make a decision without being yelled at, that is a great big beep, beep, beep sign that you got some mental health issues. If you don't believe, even at your big old age, adults, that you cannot even write a paper to yourself and keep the promises, and every week you're constantly trying your best to keep this simple promise to yourself. It maybe to go to bed at 9:30. You ain't did it yet because you're up all night. That is something going on within your mind where you are going to have to find somebody to help redirect your way of seeing and living so you can live in harmony. And there are certain things you could take, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. See, I'm the type of person that has had some of those things that happen to me. That's why it's so easy for me to name them off. I have got some things I could share with you if you don't mind. One, you could go and try to get you a mental health evaluation to find out what it is that is causing you not to be able to make decisions without having to ask a lot of other people. Re-say it again, recalibrate what you were saying, re-talk about it again, ask another person in your family, call them back, run the whole story down again. Can't stop talking about it, okay? Number two, you can go exercise. Exercise will put you to sleep faster than anything on the face of this planet. Take it from me. Knock you out. Have you sitting up in the bed saying, I'm going to go right back to sleep. Number three, you could change some of your eating habits. Sometime at a certain age, your body stops wanting certain things like too much meat or too much milk or too much cheese. You know what I'm saying? Or too much alcohol. You know, sometimes your body will get on you for it. And then another way you could do that, find you some chamomile tea. Drink you some chamomile tea, put yourself to sleep at night. Do some research on certain teas that can put you to sleep. There's also certain new nutrition stores. They have some great things that can help with your stomach bloating, gases, acid reflux, like aloe vera. That actually, for me, it healed my aloe vera juice, healed the acid reflux I had and the bloating. I don't have it no more. And if it starts to come back, I go get the aloe vera juice and start the process all over again. I did it for about a year. Every month I would aloe vera juice myself. Right now I'm actually sitting in a chair, rubbing my leg. That's how peaceful I am with myself. I'm sitting here in a chair looking at my bed, talking to you, asking you to please consider taking care of your mind. Because without your mind, how in the world you operating throughout the day? Okay? And I want you to get some rest and have peace in your life. Take care of yourself. Drink you some warm water and lemon before you go to bed. I love you all. Have a good night. Peace.